Hey, it's Steve. If I were to tell you that the cartridge you're using is meek, I'm not saying it's weak. I'm saying it's meek. But meek only on a scale of for its caliber. You see, it's plenty enough for deer and deer hunting. It's a little light for elk in a lot of situations and stuff like that. But hey, you could make it do. I mean, you really could. Now, at the risk of offending a lot of people, I'm going to say that this, other than an older version of the 7mm, is the meekest, weakest, whatever you want to call it, of the run of, over-the-counter 7mm. That's right, the old one is a 757 Mauser, shoots a 150 grain bullet, 2,700 feet a second, maybe even 2,800, and that's plenty for a deer at most ranges. But what we're talking about today is a 7mm 08. That's right, on a scale of velocity, energy, and all that stuff, it's probably the mildest of the 7mm. Now, mild is not necessarily a bad thing. You see, it's got mild recoil. It can be loaded to mild velocities for younger shooters. It can also be kicked up quite a bit, especially if you own one in a 24-inch barrel. And you see, that's where a lot of problems come from. A lot of the cartridge information you get is on a 24-inch barrel. So you have to take this with a grain of salt. A 150 grain bullet out of that 7mm 08, it's going to be traveling somewhere around 2,700 feet a second, unless you have a longer barrel. Then you can get probably 2,850 out of it with a hand load. Now, to me, that's a little bit slow. Certainly not slow up close. Certainly not slow at 200 yards. But as you get out there, it's going to have more of an arcing trajectory than a lighter bullet. What's the lighter bullet? Well, it's the 139 grain, or 140, depending on what manufacturer you're looking at. I know there's also 120, which can be really zipped up to probably, I'm going to say probably 3,000 feet a second in a 22-inch barrel. I think you can touch that. But I like the 139. 139 gives you the right mix of decent weight, decent ballistic coefficient, just not great, but decent. Still has mild recoil, and still can easily kill a deer out to 400 yards. Maybe further in the hands of somebody that's a really good shot. So as it goes, in the way of mild or meek cartridges, the 7mm 08 is a darn good choice. As a matter of fact, it's one of my top choices for a new hunter. Heck, if I was in the market for something that wasn't kind of new to me or something, I would consider it. But already having a 308, it's almost like a duplication to me. Well, here's the question. Do you shoot a 7mm 08? What bullet do you shoot out of it? What type of performances are you getting? Are you getting close to 2,900 feet a second with a 139 grain bullet? Which is not too shabby. Till next time, I'm Steve.